just got out of prison. You're listening to Bug and Moss.
Whoa. Good morning, Bug.
Good morning, Moss.
I feel like I just got out of prison, except I want to go back in. I want to be back in on the inside.
Yeah?
I didn't get a fucking wink of sleep, dude.
I don't think that I got great sleep, but I feel great.
Oh, that's good. I didn't get great sleep, and I feel awful.
Oh, yeah?
I want to throw up my insides to my outsides, and then I want to scrape them off. I want to sit crisscross applesauce on the floor, puke up my insides, sit there with a washcloth, and just kind of clean out the gunk, and then eat it back in.
You have a very antagonistic relationship with your sleep, where, like, for me, it's a means to an end, and for you, it's personal.
It's personal.
Like, it's a vendetta.
You're right, but also today, particularly this time, for the first time, it's not my fault. So the problem is that it was storming last night. It was storming like crazy.
Honestly, when I was sleeping, I was sleeping.
You were sleeping. I was woken up by the fucking tornado siren going off.
I didn't even hear that.
Oh my God, dude.
I didn't wake up at all when that went off.
It's crazy. It's got this like resonant like frequency that shakes the window and shakes your ears and makes your brain.
Also, it was a thunder siren last night, but I normally hear it and I didn't. I was conked at that point. I woke up a lot on my way to Sleep Town.
Oh, so
because of the crashing, banging thunder and all that. There were just like so many sirens.
My anxiety was like, oh no, what if there's a tornado and we're sleeping and that's so bad? And like I started Googling like to see what the tornadoes were. And I was like looking at the weather. I wasn't even looking at anything bad. And then the weather was like, also related article, nighttime tornadoes are more than twice as deadly as daytime tornadoes or some shit. And so then that sent me.
Of course they are. That's so bad. You need to. This is hard, and this isn't your fault. You're new to storms this way.
I'm not new to storms. I'm new to tornadoes. I'm new to living where tornadoes are.
You're new to rainstorm being scary, I think.
Yeah. I mean, tornadoes never happen in New England. There was famously that one that was a few years ago that there were memes going around after of like tipped over plastic lawn chairs, and people were like, "We will rebuild."
Yeah,
it was like
I remember
the most that had ever happened. But boy, I didn't sleep good, and I love a storm. You know I love a storm.
Yeah, it's interesting that I could tell that you were anxious, but I was very asleep. So
you were.
I couldn't help.
We're so in tune. You were asleep, and you could tell I was anxious.
Yeah.
848 Moss Bug is the number to call. You're tuned into the morning telephone show. It is 7:03. Quick check-in with chat. Good morning, Colin, Matt Bliss, Rerun, Atticus, Coyote Astronaut. Good morning, y'all. Coyote Astronaut said, we had that night before last. Oh, are you a fellow Midwest-ish person like us?
Midwest-isher?
Because I saw it's blowing through it. Tennessee got hit hard. I got to message my friend Ian and see how he's doing. It ripped through Tennessee. Like they were in the red, and we were just in like the little bit of it. Colin says, storms make me sleepy and nude to storms. Is that anything?
Yeah, I think it can be.
That actually just reminded me of this famous story that I remember reading in an Uncle John's bathroom reader. Take the veracity of this with a grain of salt and a wipe of a good 2-ply. And it was this guy who allegedly was so afraid of drowning. It was like his biggest fear. And so he would sleep in like a life vest and stuff. And I don't know why nude to storms made me think of this. I think because at first I was like, was he also naked? I think he just used to sleep in like a life vest and with a flotation device nearby. Okay. And then one time his fucking house flooded. Wow. And I feel so bad for that guy because then for the rest of his life, I'm sure every anxiety, he was like, yeah, but man, that one time.
Or he went the other way, right? Like hard pivot. And he was like, this is what I was prepared for. Now it's done. Because anxiety's not rational.
It's also not completable.
No, it's not completable, but I would imagine he could move on to the next different anxiety.
Possibly, but I feel like the thing about it is that the more your anxiety is proven right, the harder it is to deal with it, because then you can start justifying your anxiety, and that's never good.
Yeah, I'd highly recommend that even as you engage with your delusions in the way that you need to, that you never justify it, because that's not good. That's not a good road to go down.
Matt Bliss says, is this the vibe that the U.S. is getting more extreme weather? Keep hearing of you guys copping it hard.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. It's bad out here. We got no health care that's free, and the weather gets worse, and people die all the time. It's so bad.
I'm trying to see something. Do hurricanes happen in anywhere else besides like the United States, the Caribbean, Eastern Mexico, like the Gulf area? Or is that just like the unique breeder for hurricanes?
Well, so there's a lot of Asian countries that experience tsunamis, which are like hurricanes where ocean get really big.
Right. But that's more of like the storm surge hitting the land, right?
Yeah.
And then, so I don't know. I saw a meme the other day that was like, the map of the world according to hurricanes, and it was just like the bottom of the U.S. and the
Florida.
corner of Mexico. Yeah, it was just the Gulf area.
I do think that is definitely the breeding ground. I remember reading about tsunamis and being surprised that they're hurricanes. It makes sense once you know.
Yeah.
Tsunamis are so scary.
Tsunamis are so scary.
It's interesting. I'd be curious with everyone's opinion on this because the part of Kentucky, okay, sure.
Whoa,
yeah.
Y'all hear that motorcycle?
Rip ass, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I bet he farts so big.
I've never been at half-mast this early.
That was really hot. For everybody in their extreme weather, my parents grew up in Southern California, but also Kentucky's on a fault line. So I experienced a lot of small earthquakes here growing up. And then my parents would be like, earthquakes, who cares? But people who aren't used to tornadoes, I feel like all extreme weather is scary, and I would definitely not really know what to do in case of a hurricane. But I really think tornadoes are the one that gets people. Because it's so weird what it does, right? Like they hop, they're super unpredictable. There's pretty much nothing you can do. And when you're not, I think it's because they're sort of a disaster movie icon. They've got a very they're very contained. It's the individual of the disasters. It's a tornado. That's him. That's his deal.
I guess that's true. I'm so unfamiliar with them. I've always thought like, oh, tornadoes, that's a thing from movies.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I grew up like in Tornado Alley, where we live now is not a super crazy tornado area, but where I grew up, it's a lot flatter. And so we would always be fine, but the cities around us would be like flattened. And it's just interesting. It's interesting to encounter people who aren't used to it because it's really weird. They just come through and they make stuff flat, but you can have like a house that's destroyed, a house that's totally fine, a house that's destroyed because of the way that they work. And I feel like it is sort of like tornadoes are the movie star of the natural disaster. That
makes sense. Colin says, man who sleeps with a flotation device is a fool every night except one, or whatever the expression is. Coyote Astronaut says, I think hurricanes are by definition Atlantic. It's cyclones or something in the Pacific. I've never heard that before. That sounds like some Champagne region of France shit. Like
It's not a hurricane unless it's from the hurricane region.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not saying that I don't believe you, but I also don't believe you.
Coyote, honestly, I believe everything that you say. You usually come with the real knowledge.
Coyote's got an English degree, so
yeah.
I think of all of us, and that may have sounded derogatory. I didn't mean it derogatory. You're more qualified than anything.
I think of Coyote as knowing words.
You've got a theater degree.
Yeah, so I can know I don't know, feelings. Fucking whatever.
I've got no degree, Bug. What do I do?
Well, you don't have a degree, but instead you did the thing that we all college debt having people absolutely covet, which is you have almost a decade of experience and you're 32.
I guess that's true. I had a mentorship. I had an apprenticeship.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, so a little different, I guess. But I don't have any paper. I ain't got any paper. There we go. Atticus says you got a degree in tinkering and being a silly guy.
That's so fucking true. Also, I need to draw attention to something that Coyote said, which is, I don't believe me meteorology.
Yeah.
The study of me.
Oh. Bug, you know what meteorology...
No, I know what meteorology is.
I was like, wait. It's not the study of me.
No, but it's like meteorology.
Okay, yeah, I see that. I thought for a second that we were about to find out you thought meteorology was like the study of self. So like someone would show up and be like, hi, my name is Baby Necklace. It's time for us to like do our sessions. It's time to study meteorology.
Baby Necklace is a great name.
Yeah. Hey, good morning to French Alexander, Alex, who has joined the chat. Alex Taylor. We've got a bunch of cool stuff lined up for the show today. We got some voicemails hanging out in the voicemail inbox. I've got a people also ask for us to play.
Oh, well, I've got a film buffering.
You've got a film buffering?
I've got a film buffering.
So yesterday, my goal was to finish all the new Bug and Moss liners that Jordan sent me, all the ones for our segments, so that we have all these little cool buttons to hit for our segments. And we picked out all the music, and I trimmed up all the files. It's like 30 files, so I did not finish them. So I do not have the new bumper yet for film buffering, but we will tomorrow. So in the meantime, we're going to have to make do with this.
How about a very small internet quiz?
I like how you were like, new film buffering, everything else in the trash. Let's
Fuck
go.
everything else. Film buffering's the best.
Okay, are you ready to go?
Yeah, Bug, yeah.
For those of you who are unfamiliar with the game, this is a game in which we acknowledge that Moss hasn't seen any movies. Even so, I try to choose movies that I think he has seen and describe them for him and see how long it takes him to correctly guess the film. You will, I don't know, lose a point. What would you, they're all a different point value based on how many description paragraphs I write, and you can play along at home.
I'm just getting a marker. I can't get it out.
You keep tally of your points to tell you how many you don't have.
Okay, how many clues do you have?
3, 4, 5, 6.
6? Okay.
Yeah.
So there are 6 possible points, and every time I don't get it off a clue, that's 1 point away. So I'll go ahead and make 6 marks on the desk. All right, Bug. What's that first question or first description?
And nobody say anything in the chat.
Yeah, no spoilers in chat.
If you fuck it up in the chat, we are going to tell everybody your username.
Yeah.
And they'll know. A political plot causes a baby to be spirited away from his parents. His life is saved by chance, and he is adopted. He grows up unaware of his origins, and the plot is believed to be a success.
Good Omens. It's Good Omens. It's the Antichrist baby.
That's not what it is.
Oh, but that's good though.
That's good. That's a good
right?
guess.
Because
that's a really good guess.
That's how the whole thing works with the nuns, and they swap the baby, and the baby doesn't know. It's not Good Omens though.
No.
God, why are there so many fucking baby swapping movies?
I will say Good Omens is a TV show.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying I won't do TV shows, but I'd probably tell you it was a TV show.
Anything that has my handsome dreamboat David Tennant in it that I can watch is a movie to me because I'm watching it from front to back. Because I'm watching him from front to back.
I maintain that you being attractive to David Tennant is the most
Hope I'm attractive to David Tennant.
Well, sure. I said attracted. But I think that's the most self-love you've ever exhibited because you look so much like him.
That's flattering. I'm flattered. David Tennant's not in this movie.
No.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I can't think of any other babies, so yeah. I guess I'm down to 5 points.
As the boy grows, he realizes he's different from those around him, and he learns that he's adopted. He embarks on a journey to find out where he came from. He learns that his birth parents didn't want to abandon him, and that he was kidnapped as an infant. But the political plot remains undiscovered.
It's not Batman, because his parents just kicked it, right?
Yeah, they kicked it, dude.
What the... This is ringing bells faintly in the back of my brain, like really strong faint bells in the back of my brain.
I do want, if you're in chat and when you have it, say got it.
Yeah, if you're in chat and you get it, you just say got it. Colin says 90% sure I'm picking up what you're putting down already, so I feel like Colin's
Y'all
on
smelling what I'm stepping in?
Colin's got a good knowledge of this kind of shit, though.
Atticus gets these on like Clue 1.
Rerun's got it already. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, man, he doesn't know his parents didn't want to abandon him. It's not like Big Hero 6, right? Because I didn't see that.
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
Oh, well, Colin says got it in the first round. Alex is with me. All right, down to 4 potential points, Bug. What's the next clue?
As the boy... Oh, no, we just did that one. Hang on. The boy seeks a mentor to help him ascend to a higher social rank, hoping to reach his birth parents. Along the way, he meets a woman and begins to fall for her. His mentor discourages him from pursuing the romance, and the woman warns that she's been hurt before. Unbeknownst to our hero and the woman, the man that she works for was the one who kidnapped the boy.
Is this that movie with Nicolas Cage in it where he's like, I'm like a rough, tough guy?
What movie do you think that is?
I don't know. I remember it being dusty and yellow and brown, and Nick Cage was kind of like...
Are you talking about Con Air?
No, it wasn't an airplane.
It wasn't Airplane.
It was older. He like made bread. He was like hot in that
movie. You're talking about Moonstruck.
Moonstruck.
No, it's not Moonstruck.
Shit. God, I don't
Nick
have...
Cage is hot in that. He's so fucking hot, and so is Cher.
He is, and it's weird because I don't think he is in any of his other movies. He's not like a bad
No,
way,
but he's really hot in Moonstruck.
Yeah, like way too much so.
He's hot in a way that will be upsetting to you if you've never been super attracted to him.
Yeah, exactly. Oh shit, dude. I have literally no idea. I'm down to 3 points.
You ready?
Yeah.
The man, believing the child to have been killed, is shocked to see him alive. His plot to upset the political order could be thwarted by this boy, so he attempts to use the woman to betray the main character and move forward with his plans.
Wait, we talked about this flick, didn't we? Don't they all fly in an airplane? Don't they all fly in an airplane over the water? And then there's a betrayal, and like one of them's important. Oh.
Are you talking about Lost?
No, we were talking about Lost before we went to bed last night because I said, wouldn't it be funny if that was titled A Bomb Story? And then we discovered I thought Lost was 24.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh, Christ, I'm losing it. Rerun says, this is the most amazing summary of a movie. Coyote Astronaut says, yeah, I have zero idea. Oh, no. Colin says, this is definitely a very good description. Fuck, Bug, I've got nothing. 2 points left, 2 clues left. Second to last one. What is it?
Okay, I have to burp, I think.
Oh, no. Because I can't even...
Excuse me.
Hell yeah, dude. Go one.
All right. The woman does not want to betray the hero, but she's bound to serve her employer and has no choice. Our hero is hurt when he learns of her betrayal, and she struggles to explain. Meanwhile, her employer is attempting to overthrow the existing power structure and has used the woman to keep our hero from interfering.
Christmas. Oh my goodness gracious. This is a live action movie with people. It's not puppets or animation, right? Right? Bug? Oh no, is my microphone up? Bug?
Do you think you're just allowed to ask questions?
I was hoping I could.
No?
I feel like we spoke recently about this flick because I remember there's an airplane involved. I think there's an airplane involved. Unless this is like Zootopia or some shit or like West Wing, but that's a TV show. Okay,
I love there is a category where you're like Zootopia and West Wing are in it. And
listen, there's the Venn diagram circles. They crash into each other at some point there. Colin says this is one of my favorite films of all time, actually. Mm-hmm. Is this Rise of the Planet of the Apes?
No, it's also one of your favorite films, Moss.
What do you fucking mean? It's one of my favorite films. Is it The Legend of 1800?
What the hell is that?
It's the one with the kid who was born on a ship and he plays the piano.
Oh,
and
I did.
Piano battle.
Is that one of your favorite movies?
No,
I vaguely watched my mom watching that on Cinemax once, I think.
It's just a movie I like a little bit.
Yeah, I remember thinking that's pretty. Is it Adrian Brody and that big old schnoz of his that's the kid grown up?
I think so, but the piano battle left a little bit to be desired.
I feel like that movie and the movie The Piano occupy the same space in my head.
Maybe. Colin says, Moss, just because I told you the plot of that movie makes you think it's one of my favorites, I don't think Rise of the Planet of the Apes isn't even in the top 100. Okay, Bug. Final clue, final question, final point. Anyone in chat still not gotten it?
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Try to listen.
I'm listening.
The woman is injured while saving the incapacitated hero, and her sacrifice allows him to stop her employer from overthrowing the government. He is able to rescue his birth parents and reach their social level, but his efforts are focused on saving the woman, understanding now that she had no choice when she previously betrayed him. He defeats her employer and rescues her. His birth parents invite him to rule with them, but he declines, choosing to remain at his current social class alongside the woman.
Is it The Emperor's New Groove? Shit. Okay,
so first of all, The Emperor's New Groove is not a romance.
I don't remember the plot of that at all. I just remember like individual. Did you say that's clear?
Well, based on you thinking it's this.
Oh, shit, man.
You're weirdly closer.
What? What do you mean I'm weirdly closer? Rich, political family, interconnected, dynastical drama.
I will give you some bonus clues because I'm positive you can get this.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I know. Like, the thing that's killing me is that it's right there. It's on the tip of my fucking brain. I cannot.
Okay, let me give you a big clue.
Okay.
It's a musical.
It's a musical?
Mm-hmm.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
You can't always just guess Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I'm out. 0 points. What's the answer?
It is 1997's Hercules.
Oh, no. Come on.
Animated film starring James Woods as Hades, Rip Torn as Zeus, and that guy is Hercules. Rip Torn as Zeus is really what I live for.
It's Hercules?
Yeah.
Is that the plot of Hercules?
I think if anybody, does anybody feel like that's unfair as the plot of Hercules?
No, I think everyone liked it. I think everyone liked it. I just couldn't get it.
You're right. Rerun says, honey, you mean Huncules. And that is what I mean.
Yes, that is very good. Oh my gosh. Well, Bug, thank you for that film buffering. I am devastated because I do love the animated Hercules. That is my favorite. I watched that movie so many times. I would never have thought to frame it as this like political baby story, but I guess.
I am always really nervous when I do these because I'm like, he's going to get it on the first one. Like it's so obvious.
Yeah, no, dude, you can try as hard as you like to make it easy for me.
Well, and it's hard, right? Because like I have to do it this way or it would be very obvious. Like it's fun trying to distill a plot of a movie down to what the like bits of intrigue are.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Amazing. That's so good. I love when you pull off a film buffering. When you have a film buffering for me, it's my favorite morning show. That's so good.
I love watching you guess. Bug Fan Club says you can always guess Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Thank you, Bug Fan Club. Checking in also with chat. Coyote Astronaut said the list of films I went through and none of them were that one. Colin said 0 to hero in no time flat.
Yeah.
6 points to 0, just like that. And Alex said Emily screamed as soon as Bug said the name. Coyote Astronaut says political baby story is Ryan Murphy's next big project.
I think so.
And Colin said that was so good. It was like Google translated and then translated back. And I feel like that vibe is dead on.
That's what I like to bring to the table.
Oh, that's so good, Bug. Thank you so much.
Thank you for playing.
It's 7:23, just about on the Bug and Moss morning telephone show. I've realized I have this weird habit of saying the time is ahead of where it is because in radio, there was about a 7-second delay from the time your words left your mouth to the time they were out the tower and hitting the receiver.
Because of them just traveling, because of distance.
Literally because of the time it took to go through all of the processing and then go across the relays, the point-to-point microwave relays, and then at the tower site, processors in the tower hit the airwaves, hit your radio. About 7.5 seconds. And so now it's actually 7:23:24 in the morning, and I am here. You are here.
I'm here.
We are here together.
We're here.
Let's take a look into our voicemail inbox. We've got some calls. We've got some voicemails here from Colin Parker.
Hello, this is Colin. I am just getting out of your Friday show, where part of the conversation was like, hey, if you have stories about car hitting blank or blank hitting car / situation AO3 stories,
Yes.
and, who you ship them with. So I have a couple very quick ones. The first, of course, being that, like, the amount of times in, like, the neighborhood where, you'd have either out on the blacktop or on, like, the side, not a yard, but there was just this big like open field that was right next to the parking lot for all the cars. We would be playing some form of sport, whether it was like football and someone going along and not realizing how close they were to the parking lot, and someone going like basically face first into the side of a car as they're running for stuff, or same like basketball, and like people just sort of accidentally shoving or whatever someone's first side into the side of a car kind of thing. That kind of thing has happened so many times, whether it was myself or other people. I've definitely, saying this story now, just, has brought back a memory that I feel like I don't really have a full memory of. Again, probably because of me going headfirst into a car, but for sure, like, catching a ball and then, like, turning and, like, not having enough time to slow down and going, like, face first into a car in a way where your head snaps back, like your head hits first and then your chest. Probably could have really, really hurt me. And then I was just like, all right, let's go again. Being a youth, you survive. Also,
Resilient.
for sure, my dad one time opened his car door without really thinking about it and took out a bicyclist.
Shit.
Like just the door was open for not even a full second, I feel like, before that bicycle and the person on it got completely flattened.
Man.
Pretty fun. And then also just like, dumb stuff too of like people like falling off of cars. I know it sounds crazy, but like genuinely like trying to teen wolf, like surf on cars or vans or just doing dumb shit as like teenagers and like being on cars when we should not have been and rolling off of them, which is not necessarily the same thing, but it's adjacent.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll take my answer off the air. This is way too long of a story. I'm so sorry.
So we had solicited stories of hitting cars and cars hitting things, and all of those are so good. Alex said in the chat, the cyclist could have pressed A and jumped.
That is true.
Missed that quick time event. I've never taken out a cyclist, but I have taken myself out on parked cars before.
I have taken myself out on parked cars. I almost said as a cyclist and as a vehicleist, but actually only as a vehicleist. As a cyclist, I never crashed into a parked car or had any problems with parked cars. But as someone else in a car, I've had some issues with it.
Yeah, I would say your number one enemy on the road historically, like if we were to look at a track record and project it forward, would be parked vehicles.
And I will say, I think that's preferable to things that are moving or people or things on bikes. I think that's fine.
Oh yeah. There's no one gets hurt. Yeah. Do you remember ghost riding vehicles? Did you ever do that or see someone do it where you put the car in drive or you put it in first and then you step out the door and you stand next to the car while it's rolling and you like do a stupid little dance while the car drives itself and then you jump back in? Or you like dance around the car and then get back in?
No, I will tell you guys a car adjacent story that reminded me of, which is that I have a very faint memory. I was probably 3 or 4, maybe 5. My mom is cooler than me. Both of my parents are a lot cooler than me. And I think that's probably why I didn't feel the need to act out a lot, because my parents were just like, we've done it. We can, if anything happens, just tell us. And I'm like, sure, I'm just reading comic books, though. But I have this really crisp young memory of being in a car with my mom and all her friends while they were going to steal a street sign. So I'm just like a little kid in the back seat, and my mom never had shoes on. So I remember her bare feet hitting the gravel, car never stops moving, yanking the sign, car going. Like there is never a moment of full stop.
They stole a street sign from inside a car?
Yeah.
That's fucking bonkers. Those are bolted on.
I don't know.
Is your mom just like jacked? Was she just like...
Maybe they were using the leverage of the car moving. Nobody knows. I just have this. I would probably say this and she'd be like, that didn't happen. Listen, it's a crystal memory.
I think it didn't happen for reasons other than it not happening, if you know what I mean.
Oh, sure. Yeah, and it didn't happen.
Rerun says your mom rocks.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, your mom does rock. We had a lot of fun on that trip. I think about that time we went camping together and sung a bunch of songs and had a lot of fun. That was a great time.
Yeah, my mom is the kind of person who I will be like, it is time for me personally to go to bed, and she will still be hanging out and partying.
She is so much fun. And I feel bad because when we went down to visit, I was like, let's make them sticky rice, which is sticky rice and salt for dinner, which is this dish I know how to cook. But you need these specialized, like a steamer basket and this thing to steam the rice just right to get it sticky. And I, in my overconfidence, and you and me were like, we can just like do it without that. And so we like tried to use tin foil.
We were wrong. We did try to find the right equipment, but
I tried to make your mom a nice dinner and I accidentally just baked a bunch of rice and burnt a bunch of shit and got a bunch of shit all over her kitchen. And I feel really bad.
You shouldn't. We cleaned up and it's fine. Also, my mom she can't be like impressed. You can't get her gifts. Like, she's a chef also, and she's picky like me. So we're both just like really hard to cook for. It could have all gone perfectly and her reaction probably would have been the same, which was just like, oh, that's cool. Thanks. It's good. Like there's nothing else you're going to get out of her.
Yeah. I just had such high hopes.
The sticky rice and salt you make is delicious, and we will bring our equipment next time.
Yeah. Next time we will make it happen. 848 Mossbug is the number to call if you want to leave us a voicemail and send us anything. Give us something to talk about. Ask us a question. Pitch something fun. 848 Mossbug. You can call it. You can text it. You can search it on Instagram and find us over there. However, actually, I'm not segueing into a voicemail. I just remembered. I have a people also ask.
Heck
Hey,
yeah.
what about a very small internet quiz?
Can't wait till I have the other bumper so we have one for each segment. So
I'm
the
so
same one
excited.
twice. But people also ask is the game where you take a Google search term and look at what people also ask and see if you can answer them. Today's Google search term is turd, which isn't a question, but people also ask, what does turd out mean?
Oh.
Yeah, Bug, what does turd out mean?
The only thing I got is like prairie dog in it.
So if I said, hey, I'm just going to go turd out.
I would assume you were prairie dogging on purpose, which is crazy. Prairie dogging should be a thing that happens to you, not a goal you have.
Prairie dogging on purpose, I feel like would be a great hat.
Yeah. Or just prairie dogging. Prairie dogging with like an apostrophe.
Turd out. T-U-R-D out.
Okay.
I think it means to chill. I think it means to relax. Like, I'm going to turd out. I'm going to lay on the ground like a poop.
Okay. That's a good guess, I think.
And what's your guess?
That it's like prairie dogging.
Transitive slang from Canada. It means to make very tired, to exhaust. So you could be like, oh, I have to turd out my dog, as in make him so tired.
Oh, we're both wrong then, I guess.
That he lies around on the ground like a turd. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Aha, I guess there's no point to us. Okay, people also ask, what is the 3-2-3 poop rule? This is a very poop themed. I'm so sorry for this.
3-2-3 poop rule?
What is the 3-2-3 poop rule? I have no idea.
3 poops in, 2 poops out, 3 poops back in.
three in, 2 out, 3 in?
God.
3-2-3 as in 3-T-O.
Oh.
I think it's for every 3 meals you eat, you should have 3 poops.
I think it's hours.
Hours? 3 hours to 3 poops?
Yeah. No, I think it's just hours. That's all I'm saying. That's all I've got. It's just hours.
Okay, you think it's
time.
hours. I think it's like amount of meals.
Yeah.
The 3-3 poop rule defines a healthy range for bowel movement frequency. Oh, Emily just got it in the chat. Emily gets the point because she sent that before I finished talking. The 3-3 poop rule defines a healthy range for bowel movement frequency, stating that it is normal to poop anywhere from 3 times a day to 3 times a week. Rather than a strict daily requirement, this range indicates that consistency and comfort are more important than exact frequency, as long as it's your normal.
Oh.
Yeah, so 3 times a day to 3 times a week. Emily said it's how often you're pooping. Emily also said, I have IBS. My ratio is not 3-3. Felt. Mine is not either. My ratio feels like 60-0.
Yeah.
And Colin says 3 poops per week while on the job to every 3 normal hours once you have.
Honestly, if you go to a job and you're not pooping there at least once, you're wasting your own time. You need to be pooping on the clock.
Yeah. Now, final question. People also ask, how many pounds of poop can someone carry?
Like inside?
I'm assuming it's inside, but I can't pop it open to clarify because then I'll see the answer. 50?
50.
You think you could step on a scale and be like, oh, there's that number, and then make
I'm
the donuts.
I'm going for broke. 50.
50?
50.
I think you can hold at most 8 pounds in there.
Okay.
I think the most I have seen myself drop is 3. So I
feel similarly that I've probably dropped about 3 on a big drop off.
So are you guessing 50?
I'm guessing 50.
Okay. The average adult typically carries 1 to 2 pounds of feces in their colon at any given time. While some sources suggest that severely constipated or backed up individuals could hold 5 to 20 pounds, or even more in extreme rare cases. This is not typical. So
we're both wrong.
We're both wrong. Nobody.
I would give you the point on that.
Ain't nobody winning that much. You know who won this one? Is Emily. Emily said it's not that much. We're not carrying a whole bunch of shit. To which Alex, Emily's husband, replied, I do. I'm full of shit.
Also valid.
It's 7:34 on your Tuesday morning, the Bug and Moss Morning Telephone Show. Just want to shout out our friend AJ Carroll, Aaron Joseph Waddington Carroll III is your source for sermons and such. Sermons_such at yahoo.com. He's also a notary public. If you need some spoken word stuff, like trying to have, a wedding officiated, or maybe you need someone to show up and do a type 5, or maybe you're at a date and you want to impress someone and you need someone to show up and have like a fake emergency that you can save them from. I feel like AJ would be down for that. He hasn't given us the parameters on what we can advertise.
I have a stinger for AJ that will work that I use for edging.
Oh, okay.
I've been using this for my Twilight series, and I made it. Oh, I'm not plugged in.
Oh, wait.
You
All right,
don't
hold
have
on.
me.
I'll tee you up. All right. Sermons_such at yahoo.com. Amazing.
There we
That's
go.
great.
Got that dog in him.
What is that from?
That's from our Twilight series, and it's the Wolf House versus Prayer House stinger.
Oh, that's right. Wolf House versus Prayer House. Hey, Bug, want to break that off? Want to break off that system for here?
Yeah.
Because I feel like Wolf House versus Prayer House is something that we should share with the Bug and Moss community.
I'll give you guys a little sample, and if you like what I'm breaking off, maybe check out my book podcast, Edging, that I do with my friend Bridget. I also have a quick one-liner car story that I was going to share from Edging that Bridget told the other day. She said the words, we're covering Twilight, so we're talking a lot about really tough themes like teenagers wanting to die because they're not dating anymore. But Bridget was like, yeah, being destructive as a teenager is really relatable. It's kind of like when I was car surfing a lot down Pine Mountain after my mom died.
Oh my God.
So speaking of like not necessarily getting into altercations with cars, but just being a kid, car surfing is very much a thing you can only really do as a teenager.
Oh, yeah. Boy, have I not tried that. Colin and Bridget are crazy for having done that.
Yeah.
Would do. Would sketch.
Yeah. So Wolf House versus Prayer House.
Yeah. What is Wolf House versus Prayer House?
So Bridget and I both grew up Wolf House.
Okay.
And Ian, our friend, is definitely Prayer House. It kind of has to do with the iconography in the house you grew up in. We've also had a lot of people bring like different cultural signifiers. So like this is pretty much, we're all white and we grew up like in predominantly white families. But we've heard some people say that like instead of wolves, like tigers were a big theme for them culturally. So it can be, we would love your feedback on Wolf House versus Prayer House.
So it's not strictly wolf versus prayer, but that's the vibe. Like everyone comes from either a wolf house or a prayer house.
You can come from. Let me break it down. So Wolf House, what it would look like is you definitely had like a wolf blanket. May or may not have been used as a curtain, wolf howling at the moon, lots of questionable Native American iconography, dream catchers.
Dream catchers everywhere, yeah.
Yeah, like it looks like somebody went to Arizona and it really affected them. And Prayer House is more like the eat, pray, love, bless this mess type aesthetic. It gets complicated. There's crossover, right? Like you can be Wolf House and also very Catholic. And you can also be very Catholic and very like Better Homes and Gardens. But really, it's a vibe where both think the other one is tacky. And Prayer House, you're definitely more likely to be like in a suburb, more likely everything you bought new, even if you couldn't afford it. Mm-hmm. And Wolf House is like a bunch of shit, no money, going on vibes, probably some dragon figurines. There's a lot of different ways it can look. So
I imagine like wood paneling versus like gray painted drywall.
Yeah.
I can think of some friends that I had who definitely grew up in Prayer House, but they weren't particularly religious because it's not as much of a thing in the Northeast.
And it's not necessarily to do with religion. Because like I said, you can be Wolf House and also very religious, but Bridget did describe it as, but you probably don't go to church.
Yeah.
And it's really more about, do you care about the way you appear to other people? I think. And you can also have grown up in a mixture, right? Like your parent, you could come from, a household where one parent is Prayer House and one parent is Wolf House, and they're trying to bridge that gap.
Are you a wolf prayer then or a prayer wolf?
Oh, well, I think that depends.
Yeah.
That's personal. I can't say that. I grew up Wolf House.
I think I also grew up Wolf House.
Yeah.
And also, I'm feeling some parallels between rock and roll versus disco, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Aesthetically, that might be there. Checking in with chat. Coyote Astronaut says, currently nostalgic for often my friends used to let me ride in the trunk.
Hell yeah.
That sounds very Wolf House.
Yeah, that is very Wolf House.
Atticus said, Def grew up in a Wolf House with my very hippie lesbian parents. And Bug Fan Club said, have divorced parents with one in a prayer house and one in a wolf house. Love the diversity. Don't forget the rooster decorations in the kitchen of the wolf house.
Yes, and that is another thing. I think you would be, this is going to sound judgy and it's really not, but I do think that like millennial gray is a very prayer house thing. And I think that prayer house is really worried about resale value and wolf house is just trying to like, that this is their taste. This is their house. This is their personality.
Yeah, I can see that. I definitely grew up Wolf House.
Yeah.
I have friends who are Prayer House. I have friends who are in between too, and I wonder how to classify it.
It's a spectrum. It's totally a spectrum.
Colin Parker says, yeah, roosters/chickens for my aunt's house. That's prayer house. Hardcore.
You think so?
I think, well, roosters and chickens? Or wait, was that Wolf House?
That was Wolf House.
Oh, yeah. That's tricky. I feel like that could be tricky because I can picture, it depends, right? There's definitely the roosters and chicken decor that is a little bit more Wolf Housey. But I can also picture the like Better Homes and Gardens rooster that is much more prayer housey. And it feels more like a minimalist rooster versus like a farmer rooster.
Yeah, I will say though, the roosters that we had, like, there's something very Wolf House about, that Tuscan kitchen aesthetic. That's just Wolf House people that got too much money. Like, that's just decorating with like, okay. And I think it became Prayer House because it was weirdly mainstream for a minute. But that was crazy because it looked like a cheesecake factory at home.
That's funny, and that's very true. That is just wealthy Wolf House, isn't it?
There's a lot of nuance to this. There's a lot of sliders.
Rerun says, oh, okay, Wolf House then. Emily says, my great aunt was obsessed with chickens in her kitchen. Colin says, I think our house growing up was Wolf House, but my mom's personal space was Prayer House. Chickens are wolf, too. Chickens are wolf, bro. Atticus says, Wolf House will go grab furniture off the curb because why would someone throw this out?
Yeah, so that's huge.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really have to do with money. I've been with rich people who are also curb people. That's a Wolf House person. That's a great indicator.
Yeah, that is a great indicator. Alex says, I think we were Prayer House enough for my parents to go, oh, yeah, the Lord or something.
Yeah. But that depends on where you are, too, because if you're in the South, that's just kind of like the default.
Yeah. Hey, Bug, I just remembered something.
What did you remember?
I believe that we had an email from George Diaz about like asking for advice with an event that was coming up soon.
I have it. Yeah.
You've got that? All right.
Yeah.
I want to make sure we talk about that because I don't want to miss our window.
I want to talk about that. And then I accidentally clicked on a voicemail yesterday that I have pulled up.
Oh, okay. Which first? You choose, Bug.
Let's do this email from George. I'm glad you brought that up. So
when was this sent in? How long has it been?
6 days ago.
Okay. So we've only been sitting on it for about a week.
Yeah, I think this is time. I don't think it's that timely.
Doing a show every day fucks with your like flow of time.
Yeah, and you were in the radio for a long time.
Yeah, but it was a little bit more anonymous feeling than this.
I guess that's true. Anyway, George sent in to say, Meowdy Borgenmorse, currently starting up a savings account to move in with my partners in 2 years. Woo. Any tips for a couple moving in together / living with non-family roommates? Thank yous, George.
How excellent. Non-family roommates. Is George referring to their partners in that one? When it comes to
I think so.
Okay, because aren't partners family? Weren't we talking about when you get married, as they say?
Yeah. Well, when you get married, you're legally siblings, and you cannot like it all you want, but that's what happens. It's weird because notice how you then call your partner's parents mom and dad, and like you're kind of, as far as being who takes control if someone else dies. You're just kind of on the same level as siblings.
You're on the same plane, but that link between is not a sibling one, though. It is a married, like a husband.
Yeah, but step siblings are made siblings by marriage. So I just really think it's weird. I think it's all legally weird. I think legally marriage is very weird.
We're husbands, though.
We are husbands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, and also good morning to It's No Valley, who says, I was about to be like, oh yeah, I grew up Prayer House 100%, but then remember my parents are divorced and my dad was 100% Wolf House. So George, advice for moving in with your significant other. Chat, get in on this action too if you've got advice. My first thought is just that there is like a level of fundamental compatibility that just has to be there.
Yeah.
That you kind of will discover no matter what. Because the thing about living somewhere is, where do you go when you are not putting any effort in and when you are just like going to crash out and like sit down at zero dead battery? And you got to be compatible at that level. And so I feel like there's a certain amount of just like feeling it out. I'm trying to think of anything constructive.
I have some constructive advice. I would say that if you are moving in and there are 3 of you, I think you should probably all have your own room. Like Moss and I share this apartment space, but it's like one big room, right? Yeah. And like we do still very much have our own corners. Like you have your like we call them our analog desks.
My little tinkering desk is behind me, which you cannot see.
And I use the desk in front